Hey, what's up guys? This is your boy the Fice, back with another video. But before we get this video started, I do want to say thank you guys for checking this video out. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of this video. I'd love to hear it. But before we start, we must ask each other a question.
What does everybody want?
Cuphead! We want Cuphead! Alright guys, maybe I'm the only one that likes Cuphead a little too much, but first let's start off with the basics. What is Cuphead? Cuphead is a 2D game, very cartoon style, like the old 1960s. Yo, if I'm wrong on the time frame, I probably am wrong, but basically, in layman's terms, it is an old school style cartoon, but it's done in 2D with a video game, and it looks amazing. I absolutely love it. I love the boss fights. That's the first thing that I really want to kind of get into, because that really is the bread and butter of this game. When I first stepped into it, I didn't know what to expect. I really thought it was going to be a run and gun game, and then that was pretty much it. But what this really is basically you're playing as a character that is just going against bosses. There are stage levels where you actually do run and gun, but that really isn't the main focus of the game. You're usually fighting bosses 90% of the time, and I thought that was a really cool thing because I haven't really played games like that, so it felt like it was like a fighting game, but a fighting game versus the AI, which was pretty sick. All these bosses are very different and unique. They have different attacks that you have to counter. Like this person you're seeing right here, he has a snake that actually, believe it or not, the pink things we're going to get into, but you have to actually parry those in order to increase your score, which is very important if you want to get high ranking and if you're a perfectionist of that nature. So you would fight the bosses. You would basically pay attention to when there are certain items that are pink, and then you can actually use those to either do the parry to increase your score, so when you complete the level or the boss fight, you get a high score, and also by parrying those pink objects, it increases your meter even faster to do specials. So it plays a vital role when you're using those pink obstacles and when they are available on the screen, so you can utilize them to increase your meter or get a high score, because you have to do a certain amount of parries to complete the level with a legitimate score. So I thought that was really cool. The amount of phases a boss can have vary from level to level. Sometimes a boss can have 2 phases, another one can have like an insane amount, like 5. But it's very interesting to see how you have to perform. This may actually sound like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. When you face these bosses, you're not going to know what to expect, so you're going to expect yourself to actually die a lot, because when you get to the new phase, you're not going to know what to do. So you're going to have to do a trial and error kind of thing to learn and master each boss, which I thought was very clever and unique in its own right, so that's what really made this game shine a lot. Also, when you lose, you're not really going to be angry, because you're going to see something new, you're going to see something cool, and you're going to be like, hey, you know what? I messed up, it's my fault, it is what it is, and then you're going to dust yourself off and do it again. When fighting bosses, there's 2 fighting styles you can play as. The first fighting style is just running gun when you're playing as Cuphead, normally jumping around and stuff. The other one is actually flying an airplane with Cuphead, which is cool. When flying an airplane with Cuphead, it's a little bit different. So you're flying around, obviously, so you have more utility when it comes to the screen and utilizing it. The parry is the same, but the real major difference is the super, that you basically shoot a missile, and when you get it up to level 5, you become a missile yourself, and you just basically kamikaze into the boss. And then for the dodging ability, your character shrinks, and then also your speed increases. So it makes it a little easier for you to dodge bullets and whatever other enemy attack that he sends or she sends your way. And trust me, you really need that ability, because there is just a lot of shit that starts flying your way. It's pretty freaking crazy. So we talked a lot about the gameplay so far, but we haven't really dived into the story. The story isn't that complicated, so I'll basically summarize it in a nutshell. Basically, you and your boy are chilling, catching nets. You guys go to a casino. You guys wanted to bet against the devil. You guys got fucked. and then basically now you are in debt to the devil and he has your souls. But instead of taking your souls, you decide to collect everyone else's souls. So now you're fighting a bunch of people, they're freaking mad at you, you fucking hate it, they hate you, you hate them, you good day, and now you're fucking getting contracts. Shit is crazy, it doesn't matter, yo. For a cartoon, this game is dark as fuck, but it doesn't matter because it's fun. But that's basically the gist of it. Not sure if you guys understood, but there is a lot of crazy stuff going on in this game, but I love it. The next part I want to talk about is how you navigate through the game. You navigate through the game by going around a map. Kind of like, you know, Super Mario World, a lot of the old school games. So you go through the map, you select the level, and then you play from there moving forward. In the map, you can actually go to a shop, and at the shop, you can actually purchase upgrades, which is a really cool aspect of this game. So you can get different types of loadout. You can create different types of loadouts, because that's the terminology I guess I would reference it, kind of like Call of Duty. So it's like you can change your gun that you're using, you can change your super, you can change the charm, which is like the buff or the upgrade you have, and the upgrades basically look like liquor and cheesecake and food. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and don't forget coffee. Don't forget coffee, baby. The one thing I would say that I really didn't like about the game was the loading screen. The loading in this game was so long. I mean, the game is beautiful, the gameplay is amazing, but the loading screens, that was really killer for me. Like, sometimes I just felt like I was waiting for like a minute or 30 seconds or 45 seconds. And I'm just like high-fiving the guy behind me, like the hourglass. But that was probably the only negative thing I could see about the game. They had other little types of modes, kind of like this one where you're in a mausoleum and you're basically parrying the ghost to get away from the chalice, because the chalice, you're protecting it, because once the chalice comes out, you actually get an upgrade, which is your super art. There's 3 arts you can unlock, and one of them is actually a Hadouken, which I said it all the time when I was playing it. The other one was an invincible thing, where you're kind of invincible for a short period of time, and the third one is an ability where you're controlling a ghost. But I don't know, the one I prefer the most, honestly, is the Hadouken. That was the one that seemed the most viable. The other two were cool just to kind of mess around. And I think the second one, I preferred it for the running gun levels, but I really used the Hadouken for most of the game. Overall, I think this game is amazing. It's just one of the best games I've played in a long time, especially as a 2D platformer. There's not that many games that really get me really psyched up, especially playing them, so I really enjoyed playing this game. Everything from the gameplay down to the music just felt authentic and beautiful. The artwork, just... I was blown away by playing this game. And the fact that it was only $20 is what made this game even cooler. It's such a cheap game for such an amazing product. I absolutely love this game, guys. I highly recommend that you guys pick this game up if you guys have not. And for our final review of this game, we give this game 5 Contra shoot 'em up dudes out of 5, baby. Hell yeah! That just about wraps up the review, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. Again, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think, and until next time, peace!